The 1997-98 season had already proved an historic and memorable one for Grimsby Town Football Club. Their first ever visit to Wembley Stadium had seen the team lift the auto windscreen shield, and now there was the opportunity for further success on the hallowed turf, this time in the second division playoff final. The Mariners had secured their place in that final thanks to a 2-1 aggregate semi-final victory over Big Spend in Fulham, with Kevin Donovan the man to get the all-important decisive goal in front of an electric atmosphere at London Park. So the Mariners were back at Wembley Stadium just 5 weeks after their first taste of the big occasion. This time, however, the stakes were that much higher. One game to decide whether it would be Grimsby Town or Northampton Town who would earn their place in the First Division. It wasn't a game for the faint-hearted, but it was 90 minutes, or 96 to be exact, when the Mariners completed the most amazing season in their 120-year history. Paul and Simon Dixon are going to be at Wembley to cheer the lads on. Have you got a lot of staff going down to the Twin Towers?
On Sunday we could practically shut the place down completely. Everybody wants to be there, and I'm absolutely certain Paul and Simon will be there after the last game.
The Mariners to come out on top?
Absolutely.
Are you rolling?
Get to it, can't we? Not walk all around.
So can I ask you how long you've been here this morning?
Since 7:30.
7:30. Did you go to Wembley last time the Mariners were there?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
Brilliant. Fantastic day.
Yeah. How many tickets are you hoping to purchase today?
Just two.
Just two for yourself and a mate?
Son, yeah.
Right, and he's looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah. Fantastic, yeah.
Any prediction on the score?
Yeah, 2-0 to Town, yeah.
But you're feeling confident?
Yeah, real confident, yeah.
Okay, Peter, well, what's the mood inside the camp at the moment, looking ahead to Sunday's big game?
Well, I think we just want to get down there, get settled in at the hotel and get on with the game, really. We've worked hard all week, so just down to getting the game started now.
Yeah. Is it a whole new, different ball game from your last visit to Wembley with what's at stake this time round?
I think so. I think there's a lot more at stake, and, you know, if this is a bigger game, so we've just got to put the last experience behind us and look forward again.
A lot of people don't like the playoff situation. Are you a fan of the playoffs yourself?
No, I mean, it should be either 3 straight up and 3 down, or that. Well, that's my opinion anyway. I'm not a great fan of it.
What sort of game can you expect from Northampton, bearing in mind your 2 meetings so far this season?
I think like the Bournemouth game, physical, competitive game, and it's going to be a hard game, tough game.
And you're looking for the fans to get behind you once again?
Definitely, that was a major contribution to the last success at Wembley, so hopefully the same again, and we'll get another victory. Well, Paul, this is your 5th visit to the Wembley Stadium. Does it still get even more special for you each time you go?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, with it being so late in my career as well, you make the most of each time it comes around, and like I say, I've been lucky to go there 5 times.
Yeah. And what is the contrast between losing and winning? Because you have experienced both.
Major it is. I mean, that doesn't even want to enter my head as such, because it's so devastating to lose, and to lose after playing so many games in the league, and to go there and lose is just not worth thinking about.
The auto windscreen shield victory was obviously a historic occasion, a wonderful day out for players and fans and everyone connected with the club, but this one means so much more, doesn't it?
It does. It means so much more to the players, because at the beginning of each season, you know, you set off to get yourself promoted, whatever division you're in, and you know, we've got a good chance now to, you know, we're 90 minutes, if you like, away from doing that, so you know, it's a massive game for us.
A lot of people outside of the club might not have given you the best of chances of overcoming Fulham in the semi-finals, but you proved them wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, there were two tough games, and we've come out, I think, with a bit of credit as well, with the kind of football that we played and under a lot of pressure. And I think we've shown that throughout the season. I think people wrote us off early on, and the bookies weren't backing us neither. So I think we've proved quite a few people wrong.
Kevin, this is your third appearance at Wembley Stadium. Third time lucky?
It's very concerned with the club and all the fans as well, especially if we can actually get a good result.
Can you explain that feeling of being a player walking out that tunnel?
Difficult really, especially when you've got like 60,000 70,000 fans there. All it is just one massive noise. As soon as they see you coming out there, the adrenaline starts to pump and the music starts to play, so it does fire you up.
Have the players recharged the batteries sufficiently after that two-legged semi-final with Fulham?
I think so, yeah. I think we definitely needed a break after that Fulham game. We've had the break now, we've relaxed, and then we've been professional, and then we've had a relax. So I think we've gone about it the right way.
With all the hype surrounding a game at Wembley, any game at Wembley, is it easy to concentrate on the 90 minutes itself?
I think as players that is quite easy. I think obviously the club and everybody else concerned, there's a lot of sort of media pressure and things like that, but the players don't really seem to get bothered by that.
In a way it's a contrast of styles, the two sides, Grimsby Town passing a movement as we know Alan Buckley's style, and then Northampton, shall we say, a more direct approach.
That's right, yeah, strong side as well, physical side, but very well organised sides. As you say, it's two completely different sort of ways of playing. Hopefully on the day our way of football will sort of see us through.
But everyone's feeling confident about getting a good result and achieving that promotion.
You've got to be confident. If you don't go in there with any confidence, we don't stand a chance. So I think everybody is on top of the game as well, the last two games that we've played as well, so it's looking good.
And how long have you ladies been queuing here this morning?
Since 10 to 8.
How many tickets are you hoping to buy for the big game?
8.
And did you go to watch the Mariners last time they were at Wembley?
Oh yes, we did, yeah.
What did you think of that?
Absolutely fantastic, absolutely.
And do you have a memory from this season? It's been such a good season for Grimsby, isn't it?
It has, it's been very, very good, actually.
It's got to be Wembley, hasn't it? I
Well,
mean, the atmosphere.
That
was the town. That was the town.
Well, Alan, just a couple of days to go to the big game. What are your preparations with the players going to be from now on?
Very similar to what they were a few weeks ago playing at Wembley. We'll sort of travel on the Friday and keep the players pretty well occupied up until the game. Make sure they don't lie around too much and get bored. Get together, get the spirit right, get the lads amongst each other. The spirit at the club's fantastic anyway. I don't think they need me to tell them how important Sunday is. I don't want any of our players to freeze and let the occasion pass them by. I would want them to really go out and express themselves and show what good players they are.
With all the hype that always surrounds a game at Wembley, how hard is it as a manager to keep the players' minds focused on the all-important game?
It's not important to our, it's not a problem with our players, Tim. They've been very focused all season. This has been one hell of a season from it kicking off in August. It's been fantastic. We've been, without probably being the best team every month in the division, we've arguably been the most successful team over the last 6 months. If you look at the results and that. The efforts of the players have been magnificent, and all they've got to do is give it one more last go and give everything. And the rewards next season of playing at places like your Wolverhampton Wanderers and your Bramall Lanes are there for them to enjoy.
How much did the semi-final victory, it was a hard-fought victory over Fulham, how much did that take out of the players?
Very physical, very competitive. I felt we won through on merit. Yes, it was hard. Yes, they've put a lot into it, but they've had a good few days rest since that. And I don't think tiredness is a factor that will come into it. Certainly not until towards the end on Sunday, sorry. It's an occasion for them to really savour and really go out and show what good players they can be.
What sort of a challenge are you expecting from Northampton Town?
Physical one. They're very, very forceful, physically big as a team, very well disciplined, good at set pieces. We've got to make sure that we're up to compete against all that, and hopefully our football might win us the day.
When you returned to the club back in June, July time, can you have envisaged that you were going to have such a season like this?
No, but I mean, in '88 when I first joined the club anyway, there was no target set, Tim. You know, we try and work to the best of our ability and be as successful as we can be without setting targets. But this season has been one hell of a season. You know, the club's sort of never been to Wembley before, and we went there 5 weeks ago, and we're going again. And I think that's been lost on a lot of people. We're doing what only the likes of Manchester United and your Arsenals and your Liverpools do, play at Wembley twice in one season. And also, I think, with the earlier cup runs, you know, the FA Cup and the Coca-Cola Cup and the big games we've had in that, it's been a fantastic season. It'll take some equaling, Tim, for anybody.
And now the real target of this season, promotion back to Division 1, all hinges on one game.
Well, that's your target then, isn't it? I didn't set promotion as being a target, Tim. I said that we'd do the best we possibly can. If other people want to set targets, that's their problem. Quietly, our ambitions would be, without talking about it, yes, is to try and get promotion. And what we've got now is a one-off game that and maybe we can reap the benefit from the other 46 games to get as far as we've got now. And it's important it doesn't pass us by.
And with some people here at the back of the queue, you expected a long wait, sir?
No, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
But you think it's going to be worth the wait?
Oh, aye, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Anyone here got a prediction for the score at Wembley?
I had no idea.
2-0 over here, and you want to stick your neck out and go for the scorers as well?
Donovan and Burnett.
And anybody got any favourable moments from this season?
Burnley, I think, away at Burnley. I think that was the best game I've seen this season, most exciting game. And I think he deservedly got goal of the season for that cracking shot. Yeah. Really good.
And you, sir?
No, I don't go to football matches. I'm only here collecting tickets for somebody else.
All right, you're doing favour for the day, right. And what about you, madam? Any memorable moments this season?
I don't normally watch football, but this time I'm going down to Wembley because my son's treating me.
Right. So you've got the Wembley bug?
Yes.
Right. Did you go to Wembley last time, mate?
Certainly did. Cracking game. Going to win again. Unbeaten, mate. This is it. Got it sorted.
So feeling very confident here at the back of the queue then?
This is the one moment as a manager that you really look forward to and you really enjoy, leading your team out. There are not that many managers able to do that, and to get that, have that occasion for you in your career, then this is something that I think they can say. Then starts, doesn't it? You know, all the pressure then of the game, and just hoping you win.
Fantastic moment. Ian Atkins and his son Jamie, who's actually leading the Northampton side out. He did that 12 months ago. He didn't want to do it again today, but his dad said, "You've got to, you're our lucky charm." Which is fair enough.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's all superstitions, isn't it? You get loads of those in the game, and whilst you don't want to do things, then something you just have to do, and if he's taking the little lad, that's brilliant.
This is better than the Auto Windscreen Shield.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Like we said, both teams have played 46 games in the league, and in retrospect, it means nothing now. That's gone. It doesn't matter how many won, lost, drawn, goals conceded, goals for. It's all out the window now. This is a cup final with a bigger thing at stake, because next season there's another cup final and another cup final. But for these two teams, you know, it's the one chance at this moment in time that they've got in any league players to better himself. If it's local park football, if it's Vauxhall Conference, you want to be a professional player. And of course, we're in the second division, and Northampton Town lads, they want to become first division footballers.
The form of both sides was poor in the last few weeks of the season, but again, John, that doesn't matter at all now, does it?
No, it doesn't. Nothing matters at all apart from this game. And as Tommy said, everything that's gone before is now down to one match. And as we saw on Friday night, it can rest on a decision, it can rest on a bit of luck, it can rest on an injury. Your best player suddenly has a great day today, or someone strikes a shot from 20 yards and it flies in, where perhaps the rest of the season it's been going over the top. It's just on one game, and the whole sort of careers of people sometimes rest on this kind of thing.
Let's hope it isn't a controversial decision this afternoon that decides this match.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I witnessed both legs of the semi-final in our playoffs, and I felt the referee had an amazing bit part to play in the Fulham game. First of all, he sent off one of the Fulham players, and then he awarded what I felt was a very dubious penalty. And then again in Grimsby, another one of the Fulham lads was sent off, so they could feel a little bit harshly done to, having to play the semi-final with 10 men.
The chief guest today, by the way, is Alistair Dales, who is the Executive Director for Nationwide, and he's being accompanied by David Sheepshanks, the Chairman of the Football League, Ray Warburton, the Northampton captain, doing the introductions. Lots of polite handshakes, but really the players just can't wait to get on with it.
Ray's a really strong player, you know. I had him at York City. I actually gave him a free and he went down to Northampton. We wondered if his career would actually carry on. He had a bit of a back problem up there, but to him to come into Wembley and be playing in there and sort of taking his team out, it's fantastic for him.
And he popped in with a crucial goal, of course, in the playoffs, his first of the season. Paul Groves is the Grimsby skipper. Never short of a word,
yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't praise Grovesy enough. He's not the shouting ball and roll your sleeve up type guy. He's quiet. He walks down around the dressing room having a chat, and he's a talker, but not a shouting ball. I like myself. But you know, the boys will just be itching to get away from this pomp and what have you. Now they want me kicking the ball around, settling their nerves, and get the game underway.
Well, they haven't got long to wait now. By my reckoning, 5 minutes till kick-off, and then all the doubts and all the apprehension can be put to one side, and there'll just be 90 minutes between either Grimsby and Northampton and the First Division, or possibly 120 minutes, and just possibly a penalty shootout as well.
Well, let's hope it doesn't go to penalties, because I mean, the whole season's been about football, and to decide your future on a penalty shootout would, I think, be a travesty of justice. So let's hope it gets sorted out in the 90 minutes.
Well, Paul Groves has appeared in 2 playoff finals before, and both of those did go to penalty shootouts. He lost one, he won the other. He certainly won't want to go through that again. The final handshake is conducted. Everyone is in position, and it's time now for the national anthem. was a rousing rendition. Final word from Tommy and John. Who's going to win? John?
I'm going for Northampton.
Of course, your game.
Well, of course, I'm going for Grimsby Town.
Okay, more from you both at half-time. Let's now join our match commentators, Alan Brazil and Rob Hawthorne.
Wembley then getting to be a habit for Grimsby and Northampton. Northampton's second visit in a year, for Grimsby their second in 5 weeks, and their prompt return to Wembley gives Jack Lester the perfect opportunity to work out his frustration at missing the last slice of glory. 22-year-old Lester was suspended for an unnecessary fifth booking collected against Wrexham in the Auto Windscreen Shield final, but his return at the expense of Darryl Clare is the only change to the side that emerged victorious against Bournemouth. It includes Wayne Burnett, who got Grimsby's golden goal winner that day, and Kevin Donovan, Lee Nogan and Paul Groves, who've all previously scored here in playoff finals.
Yeah, big game. 4-4-2 for Grimsby this afternoon. Aidan Davidson, what a season he's had. 3 clean sheets out of 62 games in goal. From right to left, McDermott, the fullback, the 2 centre-halves, so Peter Handyside, Scotland 21 international, Mark Lever alongside him, and Tony Gallimore, left fullback. Across the midfield, Dave Smith flying up and down the left-hand side. Paul Groves, good leader out there, hard-working midfield player. Alongside him, Wayne Burnett, good passer of the ball, loves to get on the ball. He's a playmaker for Grimsby Town. And just outside him, the right-hand side, Kevin Donovan scored 2 goals against Northampton already this season in league matches. He is vital for this afternoon, vital player. Up front, the youngster Jack Lester, and alongside him, ex-Welsh international, very experienced, Lee Nogan.
A year on from the free kick that levered them into this division, Northampton returned with 7 participants that day still in the fold. Some have moved on, others like the influential duo of Roy Hunter and Sean Parrish are injured, but the side has been bolstered by the experience of Northern Ireland international Colin Hill, the midfield drive of James Hunt from Notts County, the attacking flair of Chris Freeston from Middlesbrough, and the presence of Carl Heggs, part of the side that Northampton defeated here last term.
Yeah, wing-back formation for Northampton Town. Ian Atkins, I think maybe rather unfairly quoted about the long ball merchants, but what a glory year. Back last year winning the playoff, back again. Wing-backs, Ian Clarkson right-hand side, John Frayne left-hand side. Last-minute goal last year. Sampson, Hill and Ray Warburton. Warburton attacking the ball, the 3 centre-halves. In midfield, Dean Peer, hard-working midfield player. James Hunt, alongside him Carl Heggs. I think this fella got a lot of skill. If he can get the ball to the feet of Carl Heggs, he can produce for the likes of Gale and Freestone. Freestone will actually just play off Big John Gale today, especially the first 20 minutes. But Freestone has to be watched. Quicksilver, whereas Gale, he's a target man.
Well, footballers are notoriously superstitious, and Northampton come here using the same dressing room with their fans at the same end as they were last year. And the one stroke of luck that they couldn't have banked on, the same referee, Terry Heilbron, who awarded the twice taken free kick that eventually led Northampton to victory in that final against Swansea. On both occasions, the kick was taken by John Frayne. The second one went in. It was virtually the last kick of the game, and it sent the Northampton fans into obvious raptures. Wayne Burnett's golden goal for Grimsby was the very last kick of the match in the final of the Auto Windscreen Shield 5 weeks ago against Bournemouth. No golden goal in the playoff final. The full 30 minutes of extra time would be played if needed, and then if the game still wasn't settled in that time, it would go to a penalty shootout. The penalties have never been required to separate sides in this division's final. A massive crowd here. It's expected to be the biggest crowd for the playoff final in this division. The previous best just short of 60,000 when John Ward's Bristol Rovers lost here to Huddersfield 3 years ago. But Northampton fans back for their second visit in a year. Not so many Grimsby fans. The fact that it's their second visit here in such a short period of time has clearly taken its toll. But Alan Buckley will hope that despite the fact his supporters are roughly outnumbered 2-1, they can inspire the team to a similar success, even though this is a very different sort of game and a different sort of occasion to the one that they enjoyed against Bournemouth.
Without a doubt, it was great scenes at the end of that match, but Alan Buckley would be under no illusions. This is the big one. he'll understand Northampton are a hard side to break down. And I think Northampton early on play this so tight, Rob. I think they're going to tuck the wing backs in and really try and stifle the midfield two of Groves and especially Wayne Burnett. You stop them having the ball, they can't get it wide to the danger man Donovan. And Ian Atkins, he's a studier. He'd have watched so many Grimsby tapes. He understands that down the right hand side Donovan is a real handful, and Smith down the left hand side.
Well, it is a great occasion, but whereas Grimsby's last visit here was more of a day out, and in the end it didn't really matter whether you won or lost, it means quite a lot more today. And both sets of supporters recognise that. And they've built up a very fervent atmosphere, as there always tends to be for these occasions. Nothing to choose between them in previous league games. Grimsby have won one, Northampton the other, both when they were at home. But today is an occasion for the players to be fearless and focused on the prospect of First Division football next season. A massive incentive then for Grimsby and Northampton. The playoff zone in the second division tighter than in any of the others. 2 points separated all four teams who took part in the playoffs. Grimsby finished a point ahead of Northampton in the final table. But it's Northampton who'll get this match underway. Dean Pear and Chris Freestone over the ball. Terry Heilbron going through the final checks. And the 1998 Second Division playoff final at Wembley is underway. And here is Ian Clarkson, one of the survivors from Northampton's victory last year. Northampton do have this uncompromising style, and they are expected to really go for it in the opening exchanges. Here's Gallimore, a man who's become a father this week, looking for a double celebration. His other half gave birth to a baby boy. And Andy Woodman, who produced a splendid save in the early stages of last season's match from Carl Heggs, who this season is a teammate of his. He's looking for Freestone with a kick, headed away by Groves, but this is Clarkson. Looking for Pear with a cross. In comes Frayne. And Heggs here will put pressure on Gallimore, but it's gone behind for the goal kick. And Grimsby's goalkeeper, Aidan Davison, really does have a remarkable record this season. He's played in 62 matches and kept clean sheets in 30 of them.
Great atmosphere here, Rob, isn't it?
Over Nogan's head, won by Hill, back to Groves, this is Lee Nogan. McDermott. This is Donovan. Somehow it managed to get under the boot of Warburton, but Colin Hill was there behind to tidy up.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle. John Frayne on the left and Kevin Donovan. Donovan can go outside, whips him in, or can come inside on his left foot.
Lever. Leicester. Now Donovan. Burnett. McDermott. This is Paul Groves. Grimsby getting a very hostile reception to their early possession from this massive Northampton support. Jack Leicester. McDermott trying to get the early ball in, but it's cut out by Warburton. This is John Gale. Heggs. Cleared by Handyside. Burnett. Leicester. And Freestone here will give chase against Peter Handyside, who was looking for the back pass.
Right away you can tell Handyside's very aware of Chris Freestone's pace. Was looking, had a good look to see who his goalkeeper was, but was it, you know, he knew the presence of Freestone and he'd be worried about this fella's pace.
Frayne. Came off the head of Dean Pear, who's one of the four former Birmingham players in the lineup. He, Clarkson, Gale and Frayne had all previously won the Leyland Daft Trophy here with Birmingham. Ian Atkins, of course, another ex-St Andrews man, coach there, and we remembered them from those days.
No doubt when the ball's wide on the left, whether it be Heggs or Frayne, watch for Pear, try get on the far post.
Heggs has been converted by Northampton this season from an orthodox striking role to a position wide on the left.
Like Heggs when he's on the ball, Rob, he's a few tricks, good ability, will try and find the pace of Freestone, a nice through ball. Whereas John Gale, he's the outlet ball. If Northampton are under pressure, they'll knock it up to Big Gailey and expect him to hold it up and wait for support.
Gale, who was actually substituted during last year's playoff final. Jason White, who's since left for Rotherham, came on to take his place. This is Colin Hill to take the free kick. One of 7 free transfer signings in this Northampton lineup. Sampson's header, there's Burnett. Won by Freestone from Donovan. Number 6 is James Hunt. Laid back towards Dean Pear. And although it broke for him, he couldn't get it to Clarkson because Gallimore was there for Grimsby. Frayne. Not getting too much on the header. Leicester in there just unsettling them. This is Smith. Tony Gallimore. Leicester. Smith. Nogan on his own in the box. And they've won the first corner of the game in the 6th minute.
Yes, little fella Dave Smith will always try and go on his left-hand side. Just trying to get the byline, get the ball across. A good even start to this match.
Smith's cross, Groves was trying to reach it. This is Burnett. And cleared by Frayne. 1 or 2 signs of edginess there. Burnett's shot was actually deflected by his own player, Jack Lester, and Frayne not prepared to let it go back to Woodman cleared. Burnett. Grimsby here feel that they have Northampton rattled. McDermott. Burnett this time playing it in, and Groves with the shot.
Yeah, not bad from Burnett there. Good understanding. Groves was a man who got in just on the edge of the box. But it all started with good play from Burnett. Just whipped it in, try to find his central midfield partner. Groves gets the strike away, but that's not going to trouble Woodman. High and wide. A good spell for Grimsby, especially down this right-hand side with McDermott and Burnett linking well.
Donovan. Here's Leicester. Good play from him, teasing Frayne. And he's won it back from Sampson.
Well, he's only a youngster, Jack Lester, but already in this match, 7 minutes gone, he's seen plenty of the ball, backing into centre-half, holding it up well, this time getting wide. Selling Frayne a little dummy here, but it's a good challenge from Warburton coming over. And referee Telly Hebron feeling it was a handball there, the right hand striking the ball.
Jack Lester, who was so disappointed at missing out on the Auto Windscreen Shield final through suspension that he didn't even travel with the team. Lever. It's Hunt. Heggs. Burnett, the playmaker, has given it away to Freeston. Clarkson picking out John Gale. Freestone!
Big chance, Rob, big chance. Freestone on his right foot. It just didn't fall for him. And John Gale made a lovely run through the middle, picked out beautifully by Hunt. Just doesn't take it quite correct on the chest. Grimsby have got centre-halves back there, and Freestone snatches at it with the right foot. Gale back, Freestone, I feel, could have looked better.
Freestone there benefiting from the work of his strike partner John Gale. And when Grimsby conceded the opening goal here in their final of 5 weeks ago, it was the presence of Big Steve Fletcher of Bournemouth that unsettled them. Work from Heggs, cut out by McDermott.
Yeah, it's a good front three, I think. Heggs wide on the left. McDermott's going to have to keep an eye on him. He's full of tricks. But the presence, the target man Gale, and the pace of Freestone can cause Grimsby big problems.
Frayne having to do a retrieval job after that ball from Chris Freeston.
Well, is he dreaming of last season? That last minute gas left foot strike. Can he do it again?
Well, he's scored 2 goals since, as John Frayne, and one of them was another free kick. McDermott.
I think the game is going to plan. I think Grimsby like to knock it about, Rob, down on the deck, whereas Northampton are robust. Every challenge, the firing in there, then get it forward.
Northampton seeking their second successive promotion via the playoffs. Only Notts County have done it before, and they did it at the start of this decade, and they did it with 8 of their players from the previous year. Northampton starting with 7 who played last season.
This is what I worry about Grimsby, Rob. Set pieces.
Sampson in there, so too is Dean Pear, and Freeston here looking to get in behind Gallimore. But Aidan Davison is also worried about Northampton's set pieces. He's been making that patently clear this week.
I think Lever and Handyside have got a big job in their hands. Aerial battles. When Northampton send the big boys in there alongside Gale. It's important they don't give silly free kicks anywhere around the box.
Leicester. Donovan. Gallimore. Smith. This is Nogan. Free kick given against Ian Sanson for the challenge on Nogan.
I think it was a fair decision as well. I think Nogan was just spinning Sampson there.
This is Donovan, who's scored in both of the league fixtures against Northampton this season. He's looking for a free kick, but Terry Hilbron waves play on. Sampson, Clarkson, Handyside, Hill. Gallimore. Mark Lever.
I think Ian's quite happy that he's Northampton side. When Grimsby have it, okay, just let's get behind the ball in numbers. Let them knock it about. It's not around their 18-yard box.
McDermott there was trying to clear Colin Hill, but Hill, a very experienced player.
Tell you what, Robbie just reached it as well, didn't he? There's good movement up front for Grimsby. I do like Nogan and the youngster Leicester. They're moving, good crossover runs.
A hefty old collision there. John Gale offers his apologies.
And I'm not sure Wayne Burnett's accepting them either. And Terry Hilbron's not too happy. I think he lands on him pretty hard. Up he goes. You can see that. Oh, there's an elbow there. Right arm. The old forearm smash in the back of Burnett's head. And I'm afraid you can't get away with that. It amazes me when they can't believe it, you know. You must be joking, ref. You know, that was it was blatant, was it? Forearm smash to the back of the head.
Well, Burnett might be shaken, but not too stirred. Grimsby had a bit of a scare coming into this game when, after the second leg of their playoff semi-final, John McDermott collapsed at the training ground with the effects of delayed concussion.
Oh, but Wayne Burnett, who was just on the receiving end there, he had the flu. The last final was here, you know, the auto windscreen, and scored the winner, so...
Gale again charging in, this time on Gallimore.
Yeah, Gale's fired up, isn't he? Remember last season, last year's playoff, when he was having a go at maybe Christian Edwards in the tunnel, and then was a bit disappointing during the game. Edwards, I thought, played him extremely well. He's certainly fired up this afternoon.
Former Wimbledon player, and in many ways, if Northampton do continue their progress from last season, you wonder if they could start to be the second Wimbledon and go all the way to the Premiership. What they've achieved so far has been done on very limited resources and playing to the strengths of those available.
It's going to be a good battle there, the two number 6s, I think. Burnett for Grimsby and Hunt for Northampton.
Here's Handyside. Gallimore. Cleared by Warburton.
I always think, Rob, you know, playoff finals, first goal is so important.
Logan. Here's Smith. Donovan's in the box.
Good defensive play there from Warburton. Read it, the cutback was coming. Good positional sense.
Handyside. Is he going to line up one? He has! Well, he's only ever scored one goal in his career, but he thought it was worth a pot shot.
Well, honestly, I just felt that Handyside said, watch the time he's got here. Peer goes to him, then he's looking for Hunt to come and close. They don't close. Handy says, right, I'll let fly. And that's not too far over. Big centre-half coming forward, can't believe his luck. Let's go with the right foot, and just a whisper over the crossbar.
Well, the only goal that he scored was in a defeat at Tranmere in August of last season. Yet to get off the mark in this campaign.
Very well rated, Handyside, had his fair share of injuries. A few caps, Scotland under 21. Looks as if he's back on song.
Hill. Here's Heggs.
Yeah, Heggs, he's a sort of drifter for Northampton. He's the one who can go try down the left-hand side, now over on the right flank. These are the free kicks I was talking about, Rob. Unnecessary free kicks, and suddenly Northampton, the cobbler, send in the big boys. The Heggs was going nowhere here, and suddenly a dangerous ball in the box.
Frane's free kick winner here last season was direct, but this time he'll be looking for a direct target. Gale is in there, so too is Heggs, so too is Sampson. Warburton has come forward from the back as well. By Frane.
Good goalkeeping on the 6-yard line. Aidan Davison, okay, we're in trouble, I'll get us out of it. A little bit close to the keeper from Frane, but good goalie, coming in amongst bodies.
Burnett. There's McDermott. And it's slipped through here, chance for Donovan! One-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's done it! For the third time this season, Kevin Donovan scores against Northampton, but not on a stage previously as big as this. Woodman is beaten, and Grimsby draw first blood.
Well, how does Donovan get in here? Look how he drifts in. Takes his time, bit of experience, and slots it in past Andy Woodman. What a start for Grimsby. Just comes in off the right wing, suddenly finds himself inside left position, and tucks it away with the right foot. A shell-shocked Northampton defence, Woodman on the ground, scrambling, can do nothing, and the favourites go one up. Good experience from Donovan, his third goal against Northampton, and his side go one up. Alan Buckley, get in there, my man's done it again.
Well, Alan Buckley was a spectator here when Kevin Donovan scored for West Brom in the 3-0 playoff victory over Port Vale. He later went on to manage him at West Brom, took him with him from the Hawthorns to Blundell Park, and what a wise decision that looks now. He's their top scorer this season, that's his 21st, but has it given them the key to the door of the First Division?
Well, I think he just took up a fantastic position, no one was picking him up. Samson and Hill were over that side, they couldn't believe it, suddenly Donovan gets clean goal. That's what we wanted, Rob, an early goal. Now Northampton have to come out.
Nogan. And Northampton, who came into this game intending to ruffle a few feathers, have had their own ruffled now by Kevin Donovan.
I think the ball might have initially been Ian Axis saying, come on, we've got to watch our runners. The ball, I think, initially was meant for the youngster Leicester. But when it fell in behind him, didn't Donovan seize a chance?
Here's Leicester, Burnett up to his right. I was just thinking back to this divisional final a year ago when it was Crewe against Brentford, and Sean Smith scored for the third time against Brentford in that season, and that goal was enough to win at Wembley.
Yes, fantastic start for Grimsby. Look at this, incredible. Grimsby with the possession, you know, like to play the ball to feet, whereas Northampton maybe a little bit direct.
Slipped on by Freestone. Can Heggs get in here? Cleared by Handyside, and Gallimore thought he prevented the corner, and he has. Pear. Clarkson's attempted cross.
I think there's been good movement up front for Grimsby, I really do. I think Nogan and the little fella Leicester, good intercrossing. Northampton have to pass on. If you can't go with a runner, pass on. And how Donovan sneaked in there, I'll never know. It's the first time he's really ventured away from the right flank. Now Northampton look to Freestone. Come on, give us your pace and movement.
Freestone the target. Clarkson. Cleared by Gallimore, only to Clarkson though. Plenty of players in the box for him, but he can't clear Wayne Burnett. This is Pear. Releasing Freestone.
Yeah, another set piece that Grimsby have to defend against. Pear's been seeing a lot of the ball, picking up loose passes. You give Freestone a lot to do there, but he gained the corner. Once again, Frayne with the left foot, with pace on it. We'll put it in this Grimsby box. Oh, is that obstruction or what, referee?
Level on corners, but can they cancel out the opening goal from Donovan with Frayne's corner kick? Davison has prepared himself well for the onslaught.
Well, I don't think Ian Atkins will be too happy with that corner. You know, when you're putting people on the line and the near post, and then he just clutches it easily, the goalkeeper.
And straight from the clearance, Leicester's through!
Clear tugging there, there's no doubt about it. Leicester, maybe young, tugging away, no doubt in my mind at James Hurt's shot. Hunt was getting back there in command, but Leicester was putting him under pressure with his pace. But the youngster couldn't get there. Watch this, look, pull, 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 and a clear free kick. Referee Teller, he'll run right up with play, automatically pointing. Not a bad ref, this guy. Rob keeps telling me off for pronouncing his surname wrong.
But it is Heilbronn. looking here for Freestone. Hand aside with a header away. Freestone. Looking for Gale in the box. Gale climbs over Lever.
Yeah, Higgs has got to get alongside. When the ball's right hand side, Higgs must get close to this fella. If he gets a little nod down or a touch, Carl Higgs can get on the end of it.
Higgs. McDermott. Header clear by Hill. Sampson steered it neatly away from Smith. This is Clarkson. Freestone looking for the free kick and getting it.
Yeah, I thought Gallimore was a wee bit unlucky there. It was a sort of short ball in the feet of Freestone. I think he was entitled to go for that ball. Maybe again just from behind. Once again another free kick, Rob.
And this time it's Clarkson overseeing it. Warburton up for it. Andyside trying to clear. Back in from Hunt. That was Higgs. Freestone going for the spectacular.
Atkins is certainly working hard at these free kicks. Look at Warburton, Sampson and Gale. They were all at the far post and then they split. And Grimsby are going to have to deal with this all afternoon. Freestone trying the spectacular, but that doesn't worry Davison.
Here's Leicester. Blocked initially by Warburton, and Northampton had enough men back.
And Leicester's looking lively up there. He's obviously disappointed, Rob, to miss out on the auto windscreen, but he's electric this afternoon.
Higgs.
Wow, I think that's what you call playing for a foul. Higgs has got a bit of skill down the left-hand side, but McDermott and plenty Grimsby players doubling up on this fella. Look, just gets a touch on it, but he's going nowhere.
Here's Frayne. And Bennett's clearance goes behind for the corner.
There's pressure from set pieces. And once again, look at the players, Northampton players heading for the goal line. Pear's in there, Big John Gale's in there. It really is a nightmare for Aidan Davison.
Higgs is also there inside the 6-yard box just to add to the confusion. Warburton, the target, got it down. Freestone looking to turn.
Yeah, what they're doing is, Rob, as you're right, they're packing the goal line, and Warburton and Sampson, they're the two players who split at the far post. Once again, the captain wins the ball, but there's a couple of Grimsby players. In fact, there's no doubt about it, Freestone had another half chance there.
That's his third attempt. Tried to repeat Dennis Stewart's famous overhead kick goal here in the League Cup final earlier.
He just lost his footing at the vital moment there.
Here's Jack Lester. McDermott. Grimsby have done well to withstand the pressure that they faced since going a goal up through Kevin Donovan. But there'll be no let-up from a very spirited Northampton side. They